What's going on, B people? The topic for today is how to get a breaking environment that promotes learning, safety, and fun. So we've compiled 10 rules to really get the most out of your breaking. So rule number one is find your own way to do things, as there's no such thing as I can't do this, there's only I have to find my own way to do this. So for example, when I was first learning a two-step, I found it incredibly difficult. I didn't get the swiftness right. My hips kept on dropping, so my form was terrible, and I kept on getting tired. So regardless, I kept on practicing and realized that, hey, an atomic six-step is like a slow, controlled method of doing a two-step, which led me to a three-step, and the swifter it got, it naturally led me to a two-step. So keep learning more and experimenting and find your own way how to do and learn things. Rule number two is practice time is precious. So how are you going to use that time? You're going to show up on time, really digest what's being taught in class and implement that into your own style. And are you going to spend more time dancing or socializing? And part of it is a rule for myself as well, as I like to spend most of the class showing instead of telling. So I often tell students to move with me while I'm teaching a move, so that we can move more throughout the class. Rule number three is learn the history of the dance, as this really helps you find out what has been done and how to build on top of it. So for example, if you take a dead leg and just throw that into your set, but don't know anything about the whole Canadian style of Lego legs and complex threads mixed with leg work and blenders, then you're just taking a move out of context and not learning as much as you can about the style. So ask more questions and learn more about the history. It really enriches your enjoyment of the dance. Rule number four is practice longevity principles, whether that's warm-ups that simulate a breaking context at the start of class, whether it's animal movements or simple top rocket footwork. Using progressions like we talked about with the two-step, doing cool downs with your static stretching, and using active recovery on your off days so that you can implement breaking in a way that complements your lifestyle. Finally, rule number five is each one teach one, which comes back to learning the history of the dance and the social context and how it's passed on. So even if you've only been breaking for a few months, you know what it's like to initially start the dance, and footwork positioning feels awkward and your knees and wrists are always creaking and you don't know why. And your top rock, you don't really feel quite free in it just yet. So you can always offer your experience and how you went about that process. Even if it's someone who's been breaking for much longer than you, everybody has their own style and their way of approaching the same move. So you can offer everyone in the breaking and hip-hop context your own perspective. So with that being said, I'll pass it on to Mihailo for the next set of rules.
Peace everybody, what's up? This is Bboy story. I'm here to talk about the rules for practice for my homework that I'm doing with my partner Kartik. And yeah, let's get started. So my rules, I got 5 here. The first one would be it's never what you do but how it's done. So I'm trying to let my students know that it's really not what you do but how you do it, to the music or where you look or how you place your hand, whatever, right? So second one, treat everybody in the room with respect and show respect to get respect. So I think it's really important for our students to know that they have to respect the teacher, of course, and everybody else in the room. When we cipher, everybody must participate. I don't know if other people have similar experiences as I do, but here in Serbia, people are scared and afraid of the cipher, so I sometimes really have to make it a rule, like, okay, now everybody must enter, otherwise, I don't know, I wait for that one person, and you know, if we have an hour and you stand there and everybody is waiting just for you, you better go in. Good. Always give your best. Don't compare with others. Just try to be better than you were yesterday. we are all different, and maybe someone gets windmills in 2 days, another person will get them in 2 years. Doesn't matter, you just have to keep trying and strive to be better. We are all different, that's why we can't compare. And the fifth and last one is always listen to the music, because music is the answer. When you don't know what to do, if you start thinking about what to do, instead of listening to the music, like the music will move you. So I always try to tell my students that they need to listen to the music instead of thinking what to do, because it's pretty much self-explanatory. When you start moving to the sounds, it just all comes out. So those are my 5 rules, and yeah, see you.